This is Sebastian Braxton, and welcome back to the Art of Public Speaking. This is episode number 12, and we're talking about language. Now, I want to move into the third component. We talked about vocabulary, we talked about grammar, and I want to talk about the creativity component of it, the figures of speech. Sometimes when we get up to speak, we are so focused on the prose, just saying the words and communicating the ideas, that we forget sometimes in a lot of the creative spaces of the world, people have already said what we want to say, and they've done it really, really well. I want you to think about a favorite poem that you have. Maybe there's that one quote. One of my favorite quotes is by C.S. Lewis, where he says, "You don't judge a man by where he is, because you don't know how far he has come." So when you take those quotes and this creative language, you're able to really craft ideas in such a way that really goes home to the audience. So let me give you some basic examples of these type of figures of speech, if you will, this creative language that you can use to color it up. Well, the first one that's really basic is what we call the simile, right? Where you compare two things using like or as. So you can say, man, that brother is biting into that steak like a Tasmanian devil. So then you're like, whoo, man, he's really digging into that steak. Or to use another one is what we call a metaphor, where you compare it, but you don't use like or as. You would say something like, your eyes are sunshine. Now, you don't mean that her eyes are exploding, molecules of hydrogen exploding upon themselves. What you're trying to say is that they are bright. And this is the very idea of what you're trying to communicate. Another one is what we call alliteration, right? Where words successively beginning with the same letter or sound. So you would say something like, be back before the blackness of midnight. So a lot of those B's in a row forces the person to pay attention. And last but not least, I want to talk to you about one called anthropomorphism, which is giving human attributes to non-human things. So for example, you can say that the streets of Chicago cry out for the blood that has been spilled. In that particular sense, you're giving this human attribute so that you can bring it to life and add color to your language. And as you do this, I trust it's going to move you another step closer to mastering the art of public speaking.